Hello everybody, it's Niklas and welcome to this new video on InstaMAT. And in this video we are going to make an introduction to this software with InstaMAT. What you can do with InstaMAT, you will be able to work with materials to create PBR materials. You can also apply materials directly on models. You have different type of mode. It is a very powerful software that you can use to work with all the types of materials features. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content. First link on the description, the complete course InstaMAT is available. So if you want to learn this software starting from scratch with the course structure, it will be on the first link of the description. You will see models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn, a lot of hours of training content to master InstaMAT. Second link on the description, the website in link with these YouTube channels. You can discover software on these YouTube channels and have basicals. And second link on the description, it is a summary of all the graphic courses available. You can pick a course and learn any graphic software. So let's start with InstaMAT. So the first thing that you need to understand it is that you have different type of modes. So concretely, you can go on File here. By default, you will have a new package created, and inside this new package, you can create a project. So you can go on File, New Project, and you have different type of mode. Concretely, you need to separate in two important modes. The first mode is around layering. So layering or material layering. What does it mean? It means that you can create materials using a layer panel. So you will focus on the layer panels to create a realistic material. The difference is layering. You can import one of the models that you have created on the 3D modeling software and apply directly a material on this. And the material layering, it is a complete creation using layers to create a PBR materials. After, you can also create a material from an image. It is interesting features. But the first big mode, it is this one, all around layering. So it means to work with the layers. And the second one, it is this one, it is with an element graph. And with the element graph, what you can do, you can use a system of nodes and you can mix the different nodes to create a realistic PBR materials. It is something extremely powerful and you have unbelievable number of possibility using this mode. So let's start with, for example, the material layering, the first big mode. So I will click here, create a project without a template. So first, let's just take a look about how to work with this dashboard. The dashboard will be a little bit different depending on the mode that you choose. In this type of case, totally on this area you can find a plane and you can navigate directly using this one. You can zoom in and zoom out with a scroll wheel and you will have different options here about what you want to display. And here you can work with option also about what you want to display. Totally on the left here you have the library material. So when you click here, this is the library material with all the elements that you can use. It depends on the mode. So it means some elements that you have here are not going to be convenient, for example, in the layer mode, but will be convenient for another mode. Here, this is the layering project editor. So the information with all the different channels. To create a realistic PBR material, we need different information like the base color, the height, the roughness, metalness, ambient occlusion, normals, and we have a summary of all these parameters here. You can find a package management with a summary of your package management, and then you have the viewport setting where you can edit the environment with, for example, you can change exposure saturation, but you can change also the background environment, the type of render mode. So you have multiple type of possibility and also the displacement mode, pretty interesting. So this is the type of things that we can do. Totally on the right, you will have a layers panels, and here you can create channels and you will be able to edit this channel. So for example, when I go here, I can click on plus and you can add different type of new layers like multi-channels layer, element layers, multi-channels brush, element brush layer. I will make another video more in details about how you can work with the channels. So some basic things that you can do is just to import an element layer. So when you click on element layers, you have a library of materials. You have different categories, but here in this case, you can just pick a materials from the library that we have. And you have different categories like natures, walls, wood, and so much more. And you have a lot of possibility. Let's take, for example, bricks. And inside I have options. I will take, for example, imperfect. And I will use, for example, this one, brick, wall, clean, mortar. So I will double click. And directly the material will have new layers. And these layers will be displayed directly on my plane. We need some time to wait a little bit. It depends on the material, the power of your computer also to be able to display the material. So the material will be displayed here. For this material, you can change here, for example, you can change the UV scale. You can also activate the vertex displacement weighting. It is pretty convenient. And you have also the material ambient occlusion that you can apply. And when you go on the right, this one is a new element layer. So for example, you can double click, you can rename the layer. I can type something like brick. And you'll be able to mix different elements like this to create a realistic PBR material. So you can just add any material just with a predefined models, but you can also mix using the 8. So after to understand that, if I continue a little bit, you have the option. So here you have 3 types of options when you add element layer. You have the layer projection first with UV. You can select also triplanar, so it means you can dragging and moving like this. You can also select decals. And in this case, the UV mode will be pretty good. You can activate the proportion and scale, for example, your layers just like this. You can also create offset on the X, Y, and Z axis. You can enter also in the layer element settings with a summary of all the parameters that you can edit on this predefined materials. Like for example, I can go on the brick, I can change the color just here. We can change the roughness if we need. You have, for example, the surface detail. So it's just unbelievable the number of possibilities that you have to edit, for example, your materials. You can adjust all these different parameters. You have a lot of type of options, as you can see. And so this is the option. Here, for example, you have the count. So I can change the count if I wanted to have only 6. I can change for 6. If here I just want 10, I can change for 10 as well. And the other option that you have here, it is the layer channels. So when you add materials in the library, automatically you will generate the different information for a PBR material. So for example, we have the base color with this one. And automatically he generates a base color, normal, roughness, metalness, ambient occlusion 8, and place directly in the channels that you need. If, for example, I deactivate for unused, I will add the other information, but not the base color. And I can come back and click Clean Mortar Base Color. By default, the normal is not activated. So you can activate the normal. So you can click here and activate the normal as well, just like that. So now I have all these elements activated. Let's remove this one. You can go and search and pick any type of element layer. You have a lot of options. You can select, for example, wood. And on wood, I can select something here like, for example, I will select this one, double click, and it is same. I can double click to edit. I will have a wood materials. And one more time in the options of the layer channels, we have the base color, the 8, we have the roughness, the metalness, the ambient occlusion, and I can also activate the normal as well. So this is the first type of mode that you can use. Now you have another main mode. This other main mode, what is this? We are going to click on File here and create a new project. And this is the element graph. So I can double click on the element graph and create a project with the template. And here we can create materials from scratch using the different nodes. How to process, you need to have a base. One more time, I will make a video more in details how you can start in a good way. So let's just go right click here and I will start with a material make. So here you can tap and you have a lot of nodes that you can use. I will start with a material make and place the material make just like this. With a material make you have a base because you can link a base color, emissive, normal, roughness, metalness, ambient occlusion, and 8 as well. And on this area you can add any node. So for example, I can go right click here and if I want to add a patterns, I can tap patterns and I will have many type of patterns that I can use in different type of categories. You have so much more options. So for example, something that I will use, it is to what I can use. I have many options. I have stripe, I have pavement, stripe wave. So as you can see, you have many type of things that we can use here. We have this option, checkerboard, brick, basket waves. Let's say, for example, just a basket waves. And I will dragging and moving here, and I will place this on the base color. And if I want to have something display, I need to click on the material make and right click, preview as 3D materials, and it will appear here. So as you can see, we have our element appearing on this area. We can click also on the back array, right click, view image output, and we can find the 2D view and here the 3D view, just like that. So it's pretty convenient. We can also dragging and moving the window. And here I can turn on this area. You can select the gizmo here. It's little, as you can see, we can dragging and moving like this. You can also change the type of mesh that you want for a display. And if I want to add other information, so I can go on the basket waves. I have the different options. So it means I can, for example, change on the X and the Y axis. Can also bridge the proportion, and I could type 6 and 8, for example. I have also rootness, I have the gap, so I have many type of options that I can use. If I want to add another information, I can go right click, and I would like to add for the normal, so I will type 8, and when I type 8, I will find 8 to normals. So I can type 8 to normals here and place 8 to normal on this area. And if I link the basket way to the 8 to normal and the normal to the normal, I will have the information about the normals, as you can see, just like that. We can also mix multiple elements. So if I go right click, I can type something like noise, and I have multiple type of noise that I can use. Let's select something like, for example, occlude noise. I can double click, place a occlude here, and if I go right click, you can mix two nodes with, for example, blend, and I will be able to click on blend, and we have blend, this one, and I can put the blend nodes here. I can link the occlude to the foreground, the basket waves to the backgrounds, and then I will link the blend to the base color, just like that. And thanks to that, I will obtain this render. And on the blend mode, you can remove this one, you will have the different options. So it means you can change. I can go on add, for example, or I can use multiply. I have many type of options, as you can see. And I can edit the noise occludes parameter with a different type of option. We can also adjust the color if we need. So you can do a lot of things like this. You have also the emissive, the rootness. So it means we can continue. We can create something like occlusion, and when I type 8 to ambient occlusion, I can link, for example, something like the basket wave to the 8 of the ambient occlusion, and this one to the ambient occlusion, just like that. But I could also link the basket wave, why not, to the 8, and I will obtain this render. And we can adjust with other type of nodes. So I just want to show you that we can use a process of nodes. And each time you can, for example, click on the material make, right click, and you can preview as 3D materials. And you can click, for example, on one of the nodes and right click view image input to have access to the 2D image. And if I click on my material make, I will have a summary of all the elements. And when you export your work, you will have to make a process to have a different output. And you will be able to export the different information. I will show you in another video how you can process as well. So definitely you can go right click, you can type anything. You have many type of options. If I want to have a brick patterns, I can type brick and I will have a brick generator. If I want to add the filters, for example, you can type filters and you can have a color variance. You can have a sharpen, you can have a high pass. If I want to add an effect, for example, I can type effect and I will have effect like, for example, blur. I can add a bevel effect. I can add a full fill effect. I can add a edge detection effect. So the number of possibilities is just unbelievable. And even with a material, you can add a dirt, you can add dust, rust, stylize, water, and more just after. So it means after the material make, I can add dust or anything like this with another materials big general node also. So definitely a lot of type of process. So that's it. This is how you can start with InstaMAT, extremely powerful software, definitely very interesting, and you can do a lot of things. We are going to stop here with this videos. If you like, subscribe to these YouTube channels. First link on the description, the complete course. InstaMAT is available if you want to learn this software starting from scratch with a course structure. It will be on the first link on the description. You will see models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn, a lot of hours of training content. It is a long course to perfectly master the different modes and a lot of features of InstaMAT. First link on the description. Second link on the description, the website in link with these YouTube channels. You can discover software and have basics of this software on these channels. And secondly, on the description, it is like an online school, and you can find a summary of all the complete courses available. And for our next video, see you. Ciao, ciao.